Hey, it's Don the Auction Professor. Today I just wanted to quickly address just a quick couple issues here and a couple things that I had a bunch of questions on over the time. One thing that I hear a lot is, that item takes a long time to sell. Some of the items that we have are long tail items. I don't want to have stuff set in that long. No matter what you do, you're going to have items that set a long time. Obviously, you're going to run across items that are really quick turns and that'll bring you that income in real quick. But the idea on this is it's a numbers game. You want to be able to mix enough items that are long tail items in with the quick turn items in, so you have a big base of items to look at, a big base of items to sell. When you have a bunch of the same items up in the same categories, you're going to get this residual income, meaning that, it might not sell today or tomorrow, but if you have enough stuff up, you're going to sell stuff constantly. Each item may take a little while to sell, but once you hit a certain number and a certain amount of stuff up online itself in your store, you're going to have sales constantly. We have over 40,000 items, close to 44,000, or right at the 44,000 mark now. So in some areas, we've got thousands of items in certain categories, or, just a broad range of items. And most of the items I never worry about selling quick because, again, we've got so many items up that there's always sales coming in daily. Even if we didn't list for a week or two, we've been sick, or whatever the case may be, the sales aren't going to stop coming in. We're only going to be missing the quick turnaround sales. And I've talked about this before. When we list a bunch of stuff, like 100 items, 200 items in a day, usually that very same day we'll get some offers or we'll get some immediate purchases and sell 3 to even sometimes 10 or 15 items immediately when we list them. All we're doing when we don't list something that day is losing that quick turnaround money, and the rest of it is residual income that constantly trickles in. I shouldn't say trickle because we get a lot of sales, but again, we've got a lot of stuff up. And when you list a bunch one day, it may not all sell that day, obviously. You might sell a small percentage. If you had 100 items up, you may sell 3 to 5% of it the first day, 2 to 5% the second day, and then it's going to dwindle on down there. But you're going to have continuous sales out of that group of stuff as long as you've done your homework and researched that properly. That stuff will sell religiously for you. Again, we sell postcards daily, every single day of the week. I sell records every single day of the week. Are they records that I immediately listed and getting a quick turnaround? No. But I've got a ton of them up. Again, numbers game. I've got a ton of records up, or I've got a ton of postcards, trade cards, photos, military, buttons, hardware, belt buckles, whatever you're selling, whatever it is, shoes or whatever the case may be. Most items, you're taking a chance on it being a long tail item. Even if it's a high dollars thing, you still take a chance on it. The market could fall at any time. Somebody could dump the market on with hundreds of the same item and forcing your price drastically down. So, it's a numbers game. And part of the numbers game is getting as many of that listing up and spread across the board, meaning cross-listing items. And I've talked with people and had, people nervous about it. I was nervous on cross-listing. I was worried, am I going to mess this up? What's going to happen if I sell it here and forget here to take it down? I know you can be nerve-wracking the first time you cross-promote and get onto another site, but I can tell you for sure if you're cross-promoting and cross-listing your items, you're going to have a higher chance on selling them, and who knows, you could sell them for more on different sites as well, too. On some aspects, we get more money out of items that we sell on Amazon than I do on eBay. And, on Etsy, there might be some items, artistic-wise, that I sell better there than I sell on eBay as well, too. But I still list them on both sites. Don't give up one site just to go to another site that isn't tested. So keep that in mind. I keep them on each site until one sells. So across the board, if I list one on one site, I'll cross-list it on another one. Usually if I list it on one site, I'll wait, until the first cycle is done. These days, I put stuff on 30-day first list. I'll do 30-day bin best offer. That way, if it has a chance to sell on eBay in that 30 days, that's fine. At the end of the 30 days, before I relist them, I will cross-list from those original listings and then relist my eBay listings. We've got some items that are on 3 different sites. I've got some now that are on 4 different sites. There's software you can get that'll help keep track of that, but for the most part it's really expensive software, and I'm not willing to give that up. I have written some coding for myself, and I'm testing it out now, so who knows, maybe I'll have something better, some better option on that. But I'm not willing to spend, some of these, the companies that do this in these apps run $1,500 a month. It's based on how many listings you have up. And with the quantity of listings I have up, some of the fees are into the $1,500, and I would never do that. I would never give that much money to somebody else and lower my profit margin that well. I just keep track of it daily. I take a list on what goes and what sells, and then I pull it down accordingly. That's all there is to it. So as long as you keep up on it, keep yourself a list, print out a list of everything that's sold that day, and just make sure you check it, even if you don't do it till the end of the week. The longer you go, though, the more chance you have on not getting it off before it could sell on another site. I've never had an issue with cross-listing and having it sell on a second site in the many years that we have done cross-listing, so just keep that in mind. The odds of selling it on two sites at the same time are very, very, very slim, and again, it's never happened to me, and I don't even know anybody who that's happened to, so just keep that in mind. But that's what I have for you today. Hopefully that gives you some ideas, some thoughts, into doing this a little better and what to do about this. Numbers game, you got to get it up there. Residual income is going to come into play no matter what, and cross-listing and get your stuff spread across the biggest area you can. So, with just eBay, you've got this much of the market. With other sites, you can add it up and double the amount of market by expanding it. Obviously, eBay is the biggest market, but if you get a bunch of small ones as well, you're almost doubling your exposure. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. Again, Don the Auction Professor. If you liked the video, please hit the like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon up top to be notified when I go live or post new content. Subscribe and tell a friend.